And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. Always a brand new day, of course, getting closer and closer now to CRS Country Radio Seminar 2024. Will be there February 28th to March 1st there. Beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. And, of course, the remote at the Wild Beaver Saloon coming up closer. Friday night, March the 1st from 6 to 10 p.m. Live broadcast on Facebook and the sportsguyspodcast.com, KKTC, our station up there in Taos, New Mexico and Colorado, 99.9. Of course, you can watch everything out there too, and the artists keep coming in just like dealing out a deck of cards, man. You finish one game, you're ready to play another there at the Wild Beaver Saloon. We're presented by our friends over at Bangtail Whiskey and the CadenGordonShow.com, today's best country mix, and of course out there, jewelry by Tommy. Pleased to welcome on my featured artist of the day, Alice Nelson, to the broadcast. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm doing great. How about you?
Good to have you. See how it just gets busy? We just run all that stuff off at the top, and it's just there's more live remotes coming out there tomorrow too. This could be a crazy week, but it's always a great week there in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Well, let me ask you about this because I've done a couple of annual country radio seminars. You've partaken in the events too with my good friend Darlene Fowler, who's president of Mercury MC1 Nashville there too. Just talk about how crazy that is. If somebody's never been before, like you and me, we know what it's like. It's a crazy week.
It's a very crazy week. It's a lot of, networking, and you meet a lot of different people. It's a great process. You can collaborate with new artists. I know when I went, we performed at the Omni Hotel, and it was a great experience. I ended up walking out after my show, and I met someone from the TV show Gold Rush, I think it was.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
He was just there. So you never know who you're gonna see either, or who's gonna listen to you. You never know. It's Nashville.
It's Nashville. You never know. That's a crazy week to be there. I remember last year, the year before, I can't remember. I ran in at the door in the lobby, people, their cars. Lainey Wilson standing right there too, and I've had her on the show here too. And I was like, this is crazy. And turn around and come over, take some pictures. Randall King was there one year. Brantley Gilbert last year too, just kind of taking some pictures. And of course, they come over and say hi, and just like regular people, just to walk up to us and just enjoy the week. But it is a fun week too. We do work our tail off too, and of course, exclusive coverage coming to KKTC True Country 99.9, and of course, HighTideCountry.net. Well, I want to get to know you because you've been at this thing, music, for a while now. I want to get to know your background, your connection to music, and what made Alice Nelson become an artist.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I've been singing since I was 3 years old. I started singing in church. It just is something I've always loved. When I was 7, my dad was constantly doing barbecue competitions, and he would. He was a big pit master too. He was doing good. He was winning them.
Really? All right.
Yeah. And he was shown on a couple of different barbecue shows on the Food Channel. So that was pretty cool. But I went to this thing called Porktoberque in Dothan, Alabama, which is actually not too far from where I'm from. And they asked me, do I want to get up on stage and sing? And I was singing, and it's just always been a thing. And when I was 7, I went to Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah, I always forget for some reason exactly where, but Tallahassee, Florida. I remembered, so yay. But I went there, and he was doing a competition, and they were kind of just like killing time before the award ceremony, and they're like, "Who wants to sing?" I'm sure they were kidding around, but I ran up there and done it anyway. And ever since then, I ran off stage, and I told my mama, I said, "This is what I want to do. I want to become a singer," and they have been so supportive of me doing this career and this dream, because it's a very hard business. It really is. And it's just been such a blessing with all the support I've gotten from so many people, and to be able to, write music and release what I feel. It's kind of like my own personal journal, and I can relate with other people as well. And not only be able to relate with them, to not let them feel like they're alone, but it makes me, feel like, hey, I'm not the only one going through this situation.
Yeah, and you put it, it's just a great time to be an artist because there's so much talent out there too. We mentioned the top of the food chain now with a Lainey Wilson and a Carly Pierce, and to see all these great artists get recognized for awards that, just great people, and just people we've talked to here on the show too, especially Lainey Wilson. Looking back, how does that motivate you as an artist to see this female movement and what it's doing right now for country music?
honestly, it's very empowerment to me because I've always felt like for a while there, they were having the let the girls play movement, and a lot of the girls weren't actually getting to play much anymore. And it was always, males, males, males. And that's great. I think there's some amazing male songwriters, singers out there. But as a female myself, I want to be able to hear these females get out there and present their music and not be labeled as, hey, we're just going to deliver you a sad, sappy song or this kind of thing. And, I believe I see how Lainey Wilson is doing. I think she's so amazing. And then as well as Lauren Elena, another one, is a great artist. And I just see how they are moving up in the chain and how they've took everything they've always wanted since little, and you just keep working and working and working until you finally achieve what you want. And they don't stop working. And that's the main key that I see as an empowerment move, because a lot of people, they'll work and then they get to the point and then they stop. And to me, I'm like, you never should stop. If you keep going, you just keep going for the next thing and the next thing, and you'll be there. And you just got to have a strive to it. You got to keep driving it in and do what you love. And I love to see all these female artists getting together and doing things. And so the support within the CMA organization, everything like that as well, is just amazing.
Well, your songs are amazing too. I love this latest one, It's You, Not Me, as his current single across all the platforms too as well. And I know you got that guitar. I told you I wasn't going to forget today too. So we're going to have you. Can we start there and play that one?
We can.
All right, let's do that here on the Stage Pass. And I did want to say too as well, because I didn't forget to mention at the top of the show, but hey, we all were Toby Keith fans growing up, and now that just rocked the industry. So sad today too as well. But again, Toby, thank you for all the great contributions to country music. 32 #1 hits in over 30 years in the industry. May he rest in peace. And my condolences go out to his family. And we'll be talking more about that throughout the broadcast, through musical influences. Stage is yours, my friend. Take it away.
Yes. I really do want to say real quickly before I start, like you said, rest in peace to Toby Keith. He's one of my big influences, honestly. And I think I sadly never got to meet him, but I know that, he's a legend in country music, and he will be very missed and never forgotten. So
absolutely, no doubt too as well. Take it away too. It's You, Not Me from Allison Nelson. It's all yours.
Yeah. All right, here we go. It's me, now you, it's what they always say. Baby, I'm about changing things. 'Cause I saw you last night, that girl up on your side, and I couldn't just let you get by. You kissing her on my mind. It's you, not me, yeah, that's what I say. Go on and pack your things and get the hell out. It's you, not me, I'm not afraid to say I'm so done with your sorry ass now. So go ahead and keep on talking, you're still the one who's walking. Just so glad to say, baby, it's you and not me. You thought it was funny how you can mess my mind, and I wouldn't expect a thing. You said you loved me, but I guess that was a lie. Now, baby, seeing right through your games. It's you, not me, yeah, that's what I say. Go on and pack your things and get the hell out. It's you, not me, I'm not afraid to say I'm so done with your sorry ass now. So go ahead and keep on talking, you're still the one who's walking. Just so glad to say that, baby, it's you and not me. It's you, not me, Yeah, that's what I say. Go on and pack your things and get the hell out. It's you, not me, and I'm not afraid to say I'm so done. Sorry ass now. So go ahead and keep on talking. You're still the one who's walking. Just so glad to say that you can go ahead and keep on talking. You're still the one who's walking. Just so glad to say, baby, it's you and not me.
I love it too. And I'm going to go ahead and just compliment you. You got this little Miranda Lambert thing going on when you hit some notes. So I
take it.
had to throw it out there from one Texan to another, being Miranda from Lindale, Texas, down here too. So huge compliments to you. Alice Nelson here on the Backstage Pass. It's you, not me, the current single out there across all the digital platforms. I could keep talking, but then the sponsors would get mad, so we can't do that here on KKTC. We got to take a quick time out too as well. KKTC True Country 99.9, and of course our friends at HighTideCountry.net, and always the Sports Guys podcast.com, which we can announce now too as well. Wednesday night, February 28th and 29th from 6 to 10 in conjunction with our friends over at MC1 Nashville, and of course out there too, having a big party out there with our good friend Darlene Fowler. And, of course, the Doghouse. We're going to be there at the Backstage Pass coming up there the 28th and 29th of February during CRS Week, broadcasting live with some of the best artists out there. And you never know who's going to crash that party. There are some surprises there, too, as well. And then on Friday night, March the 1st, the Backstage Pass live at the Wild Beaver Saloon. Come out and see us, too, as well. Just got Word William Michael Morgan. Be dropping by on March the 1st, and a whole lot more with a lot of great artists. We'll probably start those broadcasts a little bit early, too. And while you're there, if you want to get your wife some jewelry, the response there too as well, because guys, you can't screw up V-Day, Valentine's Day. It's around the corner. If you're looking for that perfect gift, spouse, friend, family member, Jewelry by Tommy's got you covered. That email right there, burleysystem@yahoo.com. Place to order. It's handcrafted, handmade, BUEHRLE system@yahoo.com. We'll get a word in for other sponsors out there. More with Alice Nelson here. It is the Backstage Pass. Stay tuned.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
The Bangtail Pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And, of course, that's when we do our live shows. But, of course, you can catch the replays out there, too. KKTC True Country 99.9, Taos, New Mexico, Pueblo, Colorado, 7 nights a week at 10 Mountain Time. And, of course, on the streaming app out there, too, which we've had a huge number of listeners come in that way as well. And, of course, thanks to the listeners there at HighTideCountry.net. Back here with Alice Nelson on the program. It's You, Not Me, the current single there, too. See all the ads I got to get in? It's just a lot of sponsors for it, too, as well. But that's what makes the show rock. If you guys want to be a part of something growing very fast out there, it's really gaining wildfire. Get in touch with me. Emails on the website, of course, bottom of the screen, everywhere on socials. Get in touch with us. We'd love to support your brand of music and, of course, brand your company even more. And some big surprises coming up over the next few weeks, even before and after Country Radio Seminar. I want to ask you about, back to the topic of seeing how this female movement is going, like you mentioned there, too, with Lainey and, of course, Lindsay L., who's a guitar shredder. My goodness. Carly Pierce, Ashley McBride. What are some of the challenges you face in the industry? Maybe fans don't see a lot of the times to get your music out there or to brand yourself as an artist. Talk about that for me.
Yeah. So, as an artist, it's very hard. You deal with personal struggles as well. I have really bad anxiety. That's a big problem with me. When I'm off stage, my anxiety hits. When I'm on stage, I'm perfect. I don't know what it is. It just flies out of my body and it's not there. So I feel at home when I'm on stage. It's a lot better. But, you know, I go through that sometimes. And, you know, people out there, they don't see that part of me. I try to hide that part of me. And then as well, you know, we go through a lot of different struggles with, you know, people around us. There's a lot of, I don't like to say competition whatsoever, but people tend to make it a competition. And I hate that. I really do. But there's a lot of people out there that does that. And it's hard to figure out, you know, who's actually got your back and who doesn't. So, you know, the struggles going up from the music industry from, you know, since I was little, you know, I've been through a lot trying to figure out where we're going to go and what's the next move and what to do next, just to make sure, you know, we're taking the correct move forward. And, you know, I've had some struggles, you know, past events that has led me to where I wasn't even able to sing because I had crushed my lungs after an accident that we had. And I was down for singing for almost a year. So that was a very big struggle for my end. I had a lot of PTSD from that. And it still makes me just, you know, wonder if I would have had that year, how much further I could have been, you know, how much further I could have continued my music. And it's just, it changed me a lot. You know, it made me see a lot more differently with things. And, you know, the industry is crazy. It really is. You just don't know what you're going to get yourself into. But to me, honestly, I look up to God above and I thank him and for all my blessings that he has gave me and what he will give me along the way. And I just pray, you know, I know this is what he wants me to do. I don't pray that is what he wants me to do. I know this is what he wants me to do. So I'm working my butt off, trying my best to get to the part where I want to be. And that's at the Grand Ole Opry stage.
There's nothing wrong with that too. Like I said, think big, dream big, because it's we can't take it with us when we go, no doubt about it too. And it's you know, do what he meant for us to do. And I thought about that too. And you reminded me of something about 5 years ago when I started doing this thing here. I was like, is this right? The timing, and of course, timing is never right. But if it's something you're meant to do, he will tell you, and you will of course know, and you just kind of keep going. And I've seen tremendous growth in this brand over the last 5 years too. So keep living that dream too, because I'm here to support you in any way that we can too out there as well. Got a listener over, speaking of overseas, they watch all the time. England, let's go to England. David tuning in saying, hey, Alice, watching from Cumbria over in England. Can Alice tell me about the guitar she uses and how important is the guitar to her when she's performing? Good question.
Yes. Hi, David. That's awesome. You're from England. I love that. I've never been there, but I hope to go there one day. That's amazing.
Me too.
Yeah. So the guitar I'm using today is a Washburn. I actually recently just bought this maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe. And it's freshly new. It's been being played out though. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful to me. It's got a beautiful finish on it.
I love that. Beautiful guitar.
And I got a couple other ones at the same time, but this one here right now, I've got an Alvarez and I've got another one in the box over there in the case. But this one just has such a beautiful sound to me for some reason. And I've taken a real big liking to it. I've performed with this one for the last couple shows I've done. And I don't know, it feels like to me, there's like this such a clear sound that it's honestly probably the best guitar I've ever owned, in my opinion. I've played some amazing, like I've played Taylor's, I've played this and that, but for some reason this Washburn is just like absolutely my baby. It is my baby.
I love that too. Great question there too. And I love Jan. Hey Jan, what's going on? She watches from overseas too, over in Australia too. So one of my avid listeners. Yep. Wow. New guitar. It's always exciting. Alice Nelson, always great. When you find one that just resonates with you, like that's anything in life too, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in, Jan. You've got another one that I really enjoyed listening to called Girlfriend.
Yes.
And this one just kind of hit me out of nowhere. Is that what we're going to hear right now? Can I project that, or we hear another one?
We can project that. I can play it.
So, you know, it's one of her top songs out there too. We might as well play it here on the Backstage Pass. Take it away. It's all yours.
Yes. All righty, y'all. Don't believe this lies he's been telling you. He's a con man. Now I bet I know what he's been selling you. Let me guess, he said you're soulmates, but sweetie, just look at his smug face. He's checking out every blondie in this place. Girlfriend, I know what you're going through, so tell me what you're gonna do. 'Cause nothing hurts as bad as the truth coming from the girlfriend before you. Girlfriend, he plays the same little games every time. He's a swindler. He'll take your very last dime. Let me guess, you're paying his rent, 'cause his money's always spent. Well, he's got new threads and you ain't seen a cent. Girlfriend, I know what you're going through, so tell me what you're gonna do. 'Cause nothing hurts as bad as the truth coming from the girlfriend before you. Well, girlfriends gotta watch out for each other, and no little boys worth hurting one another. Well, girlfriend, I know what you're going through, so tell me what you're gonna do. 'Cause nothing hurts as bad as the truth. Girlfriend, I know what you're going through, so tell me what you're gonna do. 'Cause nothing hurts as bad as the truth. Nothing hurts as bad as the truth coming from the girlfriend for you. Girlfriend before you.
I love your tone. It is a beautiful tone for singing. It is just, it's like, and that's what the week is going to be like. You see, interviews, music, and then I get distracted from music, and I've got to go back on and do these shows, and I get lost in it. That's just part of the week that happens. I mean, that's why we love doing what we do here on the Backstage Pass. And we may play another one here before we get off the air in just a little bit too as well. Again, back here with Alice Nelson. The Backstage Pass, again, powered by the Sports Guys podcast.com. And, of course, out there, KKTC True Country 99.9 and our friends at High Tide Country. .net. Don't forget, coming up this week, Grammy award-winning artist Melissa Manchester on Friday, celebrating 50 years of making music out there too. Melissa coming up here, just excited to have her coming up this week, and also Kanan Cox coming by on Thursday of this week too. I got some comments coming in. We'll get to as many as we can here, just a little bit too as well. But I wanted to ask you to have a little fun now before we play another one too. Do you want to play another one? We can hear another one today.
We can.
All right,
it's totally up to you. Whatever you want me to do, I'm here to do.
Just orchestrate the rest of it too. But I love that song, Girlfriend, which is just beautiful.
Thank you
out
so
there.
much.
Alice Nelson. Let's have a little fun. All right, away from music, a little rapid fire here we do. And if it's not so rapid, don't worry about it. I just call it that. Because it stuck for a while. We put a title out there and it stuck. For fun, hobbies, away from you're not doing music. What do you like to do for fun?
Let's see. I love to do art and photography.
Okay.
I have a little side business where I do photography, and I also do like sublimation art and make different like products and stuff like that. That's a real fun hobby of mine.
I like that. There you go. See, for special photography, now watch out. Hey, you know what? We have to get Alice Nelson photography. Talk about that on the Backstage Pass too. Let me ask you this. I love a foodie. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like I said, I'm gonna attempt. I got me one of those little George Foreman grills. Been around forever too, so I like to speed up cooking just to make it a little faster, and it's a really great instrument to use too as well. When it comes to either you cooking or just something eating out, Nashville restaurants, anywhere when you guys are on the road, what's some of your go-to favorite cuisines out there, foods?
So I'm a Mexican food girl.
All right.
I love my Mexican food. I could eat it every day and I would not get sick of it. And my dad, he's a barbecuer, so I eat a lot of barbecue as well, and steaks and stuff like that.
I love that too. What was do you mention dad cooking was in those grilling competitions and a pit boss, a pit master. Your favorite thing he made barbecue wise, what was it?
Ribs.
There you go. See, spare, baby back, a little bit of both.
Both, everything.
See, there you go. Get him
I
at the right
haven't yet
temperature.
to try ribs better than his, honestly. I'm biased when it comes to that. I'm sorry, but my daddy's ribs are like amazing.
If you ever can set a time for me to, if I'm ever in your area and I can try those, if it's
Come on.
possible. Okay.
Come on, we'll fix you a plate.
Okay, please fix me a plate because, and if you do go to CRS, we got to do this recipe or something because we got to figure out something. Something about barbecue and country music. It just goes together, right? It does.
It does. It really does.
All right. Favorite song to, I guess, or last song, either way, an artist that you played that was like, that song got, because I do it all the time with the music here. It got stuck in your head. You end up humming it for like a few days. What was that song? Who was that artist?
Ooh, okay. Probably right now. Like last week, it was different than now. Last week, it was Ashley McBride, and it was Martha Divine, or either, and it's embarrassing, but Brenda, Put Your Bra On. For some reason, I'm humming that every single day. And I'm just like, why am I singing this? And my mom would be like, what are you singing? I'm like, and I'll sing it to her, and she's like, and I'm like, it's Ashley McBride. We love our girl. We love Ashley. This week, it's Broken by Lindsey Hahn, which that was from the movie that Toby Keith actually played in, Broken.
Wow,
so I've been singing that nonstop, and like I sung it last night. I've been singing it all day today. It's just like, for some reason, it's just like nonstop for me.
Well, I got something for you to check out too, because I'm going to answer my same question I just asked you. A guy named Ryan Larkins, Larkins, a Nashville artist he actually wrote The Painter for Cody Johnson, the big song that it was out there on the big award shows and stuff like that, and has won some awards. His new EP, there's one called King of Country Music. So check this out. Larkins, Ryan Larkins. We got him here on the show here in a couple of weeks, and it is fantastic. And another one called She's the Tough One. And when you do it, you'll find yourself sleeping and wake up and kind of hum the lyrics and like, oh yeah, that is song stuck in my head too, and I can't get it out. So that's what happens there. See, I play my own game there too. First time you stepped behind a microphone, what song came out? Was it a cover? Was it an original?
It was a cover.
Okay.
And it was The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
There you go. See, it's what a great song to have there too, which is fantastic out there too. All right, we're gonna have you play another one too. What are we gonna hear? I love this. Take it away.
Yeah, so I thought that I'd give you a little sneak peek of a new song.
There you go. How about that?
So I have a new song I'm working on. It's called Flowers.
Okay.
And what coincidence, right? Miley Cyrus just winning a Grammy for a song called Flowers, but hers ain't as depressing as mine is. So there's that. Mine's a little bit more depressing.
We'll take a timeout at the conclusion of the performance. Take it away. It's Alice Nelson, the Backstage Pass.
All right, y'all. Silly little girl laying on the floor. You don't know what you want anymore. Broken hearts and flowers that are dead. They say get over it, it's all in your head. Just like the flowers, it dies. All we had the day fade from my eyes. And just like a rose, the thorns can make you bleed. Just like the first love, flowers disintegrate. Now you're hurting now, little girl. One day you'll find your place in this world. But until then, just keep pushing. just like a rose, thorns can make you bleed. Just like the first love, flowers disintegrate. It's just like the first love, flowers disintegrate. I know you're hurting now, little girl. Pick yourself off the floor and disappear. Do something to make you laugh. Leave the memories in your past. It's just like a flower, it dies. Oh, we had the day faded from my eyes. And just like a rose, thorns can make you bleed. And just like the first love, flowers disintegrate. It's just like the first love, flowers disintegrate.
The Kane and Gordon Show is a 2-hour show playing the best in country music. So check it out at thecadeandgordonshow.com. Again, that is thecadeandgordonshow.com.
The Bangtail Pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And back here with Alice Nelson, the final segment of the show. Another beautiful song there, too. Love it so much. And Jan says, yep, Flowers, another great song. Alice, love that, too, as well. So, again, those great songs coming out, too. And I just can't wait to see what's next for 2024. Talk about that. You mentioned to me at the beginning, working on some new projects, some new music, some things that hasn't really surfaced yet. But I know you're excited to get some new music out, too. The friends, family, coworkers, everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Music, getting out the music is my main subject for this year. We're working on trying to get a EP album out, something like that out. And it'll have, the singles that I have out now on there as well. But we're going to try to get some copies of it to be able to hand out at shows as well and to sell for merch and all that. So we're traveling a lot more. So we're trying to, hopefully pick up a tour maybe in the going this summer, and we're just working really hard. Me and my band, we've practicing all the time. Last night I was up till 3 a.m. last night, but we were practicing our butts off, working and stuff because we're headed up to the North American Awards come in March in Pigeon Forge, and we're up for a couple awards during that, and we're working our butts off, and we're trying our hardest to do whatever we can to get out there, get our names out there, and express what we want to do and show our love for music, just as well as I know so many people out there love country music as much as I do. And I honestly just really hope that with the new music that will be released this year, that will relate in good ways. And I'm sorry if you relate to some of the sadder songs, but if you relate, you relate. So I'm hoping that I can relate in some way, and just, be able to touch people's heartstrings and be like, hey, you're not alone there. I've been there, done that, felt it. You're not alone. Trust me on that part.
Well, that's true. And country music can go either direction, that left or right, make you feel the sad ways if you relate to it. Of course, the happy ways, the positive type of songs out there too. And everybody feels something different from hearing great songs out there too as well. Again, the single "It's You, Not Me" across all the digital platforms, streaming platforms out there too as well. I keep saying digital, but streaming, same difference there. Wherever you download or stream music out there too. Alice Nelson, check her out too as well. Hey, thanks so much for being with us. I appreciate it. It was awesome to get to know you too. And as soon as the new projects come out, feel free to come back anytime. Hope you had a great time on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, and thank you all so much.
You got it. Alice Nelson Music out there on the socials. Make sure you guys go give it a like. And, of course, we're out there, too, as well. Our friends at Jewelry by Tommy. Do not screw it up, fellas. You know Valentine's Day comes around once a year. We got to get this into as well, too, because I tell you what, handcrafted, handmade jewelry, if you're looking for it, she's put the heart up there. Alice is saying your spouse, friend, or family member, Jewelry by Tommy's got you covered. Email burleysystem@yahoo.com today to order, BUEHRLE system@yahoo.com. Give Tommy some support out there, handcrafted, handmade jewelry, and it'll make your significant other or sweetheart very happy for February 14th. We're going to be happy because we'll be in Nashville February 28th to March 1st. 2 remotes at the Doghouse Saloon, and, of course, capturing the great interviews at the Omni Hotel. Shenandoah, Heartland, Camille Parker, and Runaway June, and just a whole lot more going to be joining us there at the Omni Hotel there, 28th, 29th of February, and March 1st. And, of course, out there, too, the Wild Beaver Saloon coming up Friday night, March the 1st from 6 to 10 out there. William Michael Morgan and a host of others will be out there joining us, too, on those live remote broadcasts. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, the mornings with Shelly coming up tomorrow. KKTC True Country. We'll do the call-in. We'll have a new artist to promote for the interviews coming up tomorrow. And then this week, Christy Huff, Cannon Cox, Emily Blackbird, and a whole lot more. Melissa Manchester, 50 years in the music industry and a Grammy Award winner, joining us this week, Friday at 3:15 here on the Backstage Pass, 3:15 Central Time. We'll see you guys back tomorrow. Christy Huff on the show. It is the Backstage Pass, HighTideCountry.net, and powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. And, of course, out there, KKTC True Country 99.9. Check us out in the morning with Shelly. We'll see you then. Take care.